Good evening, everybody. ZeusPegasus13 here, getting set up for another wonderful evening of Slay the Princess. So, just making sure we're all good here. I'm gonna get the voice call set up. So give me a little bit longer. Hello.
Hey, hey.
Gross. Overgrowth, what's up?
Not much. I feel like a human being again.
Yeah.
Barely, but we're there.
Sickness is no joke. All right.
I loved getting the flu. It's so fun.
Yeah, a couple of my friends still have the flu right now, and it's not fun. I'm glad I avoided it this season so far.
It's never too late.
Oh, I know.
You can get the flu in April.
Yeah, any time of year. Just because I have the vaccine doesn't mean it's 100% effective. Now we just gotta wait for a certain dragon friend. Where is he? Summon him.
He commented just a second, so should be here shortly.
Yeah, so he should be here.
Yep. So I feel pretty confident we'll finish this in 2 streams. I think that's a good expectation. We'll see. We'll see.
It
shall
really
see.
depends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, you already finished it with your run.
Yeah, it's just getting all the vessels, just seeing them once.
Yep.
So I'm trying to avoid paths where it'll take me to, like, as you guys said, like, the gray a second time. There's no need for me to do that.
Well, I mean, the gray's a little unique.
Because
But
there's 2 versions of the gray. You just wouldn't want to get the burned gray again.
Yeah. I guess. We'll see. Because that's already, like, I don't know. That's one vessel that will count on the actual completion tracker.
Yeah.
Just like with
yeah,
the
we'll
damsel.
see. If you run into her naturally, I don't think I'll stop you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like,
Restart! Just like with the damsel, I know I missed out on another chapter, but I'll explore that in my own time for the sake of time. I'm sure
I
it's...
mean, that other
That one
chapter
you
is a
might-
whole different vessel.
there's a whole new vessel is what we're talking about.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Anytime
thought...
it goes... Anytime chapter 2 goes to chapter 3, they change it to a different vessel, except for the Razor.
Got it. Okay, so I'll definitely have to play that one then.
Because I also want to see you play that one so bad. It's so good.
You mean it's so sickeningly sweet? We'll see what happens.
You'll see what it is.
You'll see. Hi, Flair. How are you?
I has arrived.
That's good. That's a good Durg. How was your week? End. Thing. I don't know.
Weekend thing?
Yes.
I didn't have a weekend thing, but you know. Well, actually, no, I did. I watched Death Note with Leg On.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I have never been so excited to watch a show before.
Also, your microphone! Let's go! The clarity is beautiful.
Why does everybody keep saying that about my microphone? This is not a new microphone. This is my computer microphone.
It sounds better than... It
It
sounds...
sounds better than your other one.
Yeah, when you did the dub.
Are you kidding me? My laptop microphone sounds better than the microphone I paid $200 for.
What? I paid $80
What?
for this microphone. It's like the standard streaming microphone, the Blue Yeti Nano. What is this?
Kill someone.
Get a freaking... I make it, you can like yell into your breakdown stuff and it can pick up clearly. It's crazy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No. That can't. No.
Just record yourself. listen to the VODs of my streams on YouTube and you'll come to realize.
I have all the audio. I am listening to it.
He's literally the editor of the thing.
Well, at least it didn't come out of my end, so I'm not sure if it's a Discord thing or...
Oh my gosh. There's no way this sounds better than the actual
It really,
real
really
microphone.
does.
Oh, man.
Like, maybe it's a Discord configuration thing?
Yeah, I think maybe something in the microphone you have to configure and tweak and fix. But the problem is with your laptop microphone, we can hear the background stuff, which is not what you want.
Oh, you can hear the background stuff right now.
No, but you put yourself at risk. I'm saying
Oh.
it could be.
I mean, I have right now I have noise suppression turned on.
Oh my gosh, wait. I could turn on noise suppression. I don't have to scream anymore.
I mean, you
I
just
had it. I've had it automatically off for like months,
you,
and now I'm like, wait a second.
you do
I
so
don't actually.
you do so anyway when we do the dub. So whatever.
No, that's why I was saying, like with the dub, that's why I had noise suppression off.
All
like-
right.
I could actually turn it back on now, so you don't have to hear my clicky clacks super loudly.
Yeah. All right.
And I
So
have really loud clicky clacks apparently.
we basically found half the vessels in 2 streams. So now I got to figure out how to get the other ones.
Wait,
So,
I do have noise suppression on.
Let's see. Die pathetically to embrace the prisoner.
I think we determined that all the remaining vessels you have to take the knife for, right?
Yes.
Or at least the first.
Yes.
At least in
Yes,
chapter
For all
the-
those chapter 2s, you need the knife.
Let's see. Slayer. Well, that seems pretty easy. I'll just go for that one next.
Just kill her.
Well,
Just do it.
I can't even remember
What do you
where we
think about
were
it?
when we saved.
Just at the start of loop 3.
I think we made sure to finish after we were done with the vessel.
Yeah, we ended with the grade last time.
Okay.
And that was quite the ending.
You know, I'm just trying to think of where we are in this.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what loop we're on.
Pathetically.
This will be the 4th one.
Okay.
And then this one's free to embrace the prisoner. So basically, flander the knife, brandish my knife, don't kill her, free her. Okay, I get it. But
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
oh no, we're at this again, and we're going
Right
right
at
to
the end of
house.
the world, you say. Well, might as well
Lead
do
your
it
way
then.
The short path to the cabin.
The borders of the windows
Find
at the
the
top. I
princess
don't know if
within.
you want that.
Yeah, we can see your
Warning.
window.
Before you go any further.
Hold up. Full screen. Is that better?
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
She will
We're gonna have
lie.
to look at an
she
ugly
will
window
cheat,
now.
And she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't
I
believe
think it's all the same. So we're gonna
Yeah.
move forward.
Yeah, no, this will always be the same. Up until you do something different in the cabin.
Blade.
you take the
Enter.
No questions asked. Let's just go down and do it.
door.
Just continue.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Thump, thump.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Or something. Nuh-uh. And we're going.
You step forward, your grip on the blade
Immediately.
tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
And guess what I'm gonna do?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Dang it,
She's unarmed.
narrator. Why don't you give us the
If you
gun?
hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Yes! Narrator son. Slay. Princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
She looks surprised.
You feel flesh easily.
She's
give
like,
way.
"You really
You
just
look down
went
to
for
see your
it."
blade already sinking deep into
No
her
talking.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
Yes.
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself.
She looks
to be
bored as fuck.
alive and well. But
It's
it's
more
over,
like her
isn't
eyes
it?
have
She
glassed
stopped
over.
breathing moments
I mean,
ago.
she's dead.
That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Really?
So before you click anything, Zeus,
Yes.
don't question if she's dead or she'll turn into the Razor.
Yeah,
Uh.
if you say, you have to say, of course she's dead. If you question it, she will turn into the Razor.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
It's over, baby. We done.
With
We
your
out.
work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind
The
you.
quickest path forward.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
I agree. Leave. Bye-bye.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom
Oh,
isn't
no.
what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Well, now that you've finished the game, you now actually know what that is out there.
Yeah, yep. Oh, okay. Okay.
So glad you're keeping it apart.
Just
Keeping this-
trust the
This is
narrator.
what's best for everyone.
Unquestioningly.
Trust me.
So far, how the pass is going, this is literally what he
Time
wants.
passes. You can't be sure if it's
He's having a
days
great
or
day.
months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Yeah, screw change. We just want stagnation.
We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know.
I am
guess.
just a tool for
More
killing things.
happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning.
We're just vibing.
Time
We're vibing.
matters, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please
We're vibing.
shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears.
Yep, we're just vibing.
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Immortality, no challenges.
You did
Yeah! Yes!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further.
I was
astray.
wondering when she would do that.
Past the point of no return.
Yeah, if you try to get that good ending after you've already met the shifting vound, she shunts you back in. Like, hey, we're doing a job here. Go get a
But that
vessel.
is an actual. That's
Ending?
why the achievement for finish the game says the good ending doesn't count, because you can just do this on your first run and just
And that's
that's
it.
the end.
Game over.
The credits literally roll.
Yeah, actually, that's like a full end.
Yep.
Wow. Anyway, what we're really meant to say is, maybe boring existence is not for me.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Kill myself. I mean,
I
what?
can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, And I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you. You shouldn't do it.
Self-preservation!
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You'd be better right about this. I'd be pretty upset if we die. Seriously. I'd be so mad.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine.
What a British
Whatever.
insult.
For the first time since time stopped meaning anything,
He's
you
so
throw
British.
open the door to the basement and
Oh,
walk down the
Jonathan
stairs.
Sims.
The princess's body is dust and bones.
Damn.
Though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
She really is dead.
You said she was
Pick
dead,
up the
therefore
blade,
she is dead.
Stab yourself
She
and you
dead.
die. The end. Nice knowing.
The Spectre. Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited for
You're
how
on
this
a
could go,
path
possibly.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the
Ooh,
basement
this
of
music.
that cabin
I'm already freaked
is
out.
a princess.
This has
You're
been
here
happening
to
every
slay her.
time.
Mm-hmm.
No,
If you
just
don't,
happened for the first time. It's
It will be
spooky.
the end
It's even
of the
spookier.
world.
I'm like, this has happened every time.
But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's
What
fine.
voice do we get? Oh, the
It
cold.
wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Well, you'll just do it again.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, that's the same dialogue as before, I think. So we will proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
Yep.
She won't be a problem.
We know. Thank you, Voice of the Cold. Right to business. Apparently, this is easy mode.
I'm
We
just here to get the job done.
The interior of the
Oh.
cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement.
You know,
need it
who
if you
keeps
want to
putting
do
this
this
blade on the
right.
table with the blade facing
It
out?
feels like
That's
no one's been
dangerous.
there for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
She might be ghostly again. I don't know. But we're just
You
gonna
can't stab a ghost.
we're gonna see what the Cold says about the mirror.
You have to explore, not
Walk up
approach
to the
it.
wall next
God
to the
damn it!
basement door. What are you talking about?
Ah,
You reach forward and rub your... But there was a... And now it's gone.
there we go.
Let's not spend much longer worrying.
Yeah, but if you want the actual cold thoughts, you have to
Enough be
explore.
acknowledged.
Kuda Dono with the follow. Welcome from V server.
Welcome.
Glad you're here. Let's see. I'm in character now. I'm like, we killed her. Let's just do it again. Yoink.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I love the Spectre's music.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, it's
The
miserable.
room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
What if you get jump scared?
I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Oh, it's not the nightmare. We're good.
As you descend
Oh!
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
She's still dead.
She's
Dead.
dead.
Skeletal body.
That's what we've been saying
lying
the
in a
whole time.
heap on
She's
the
dead.
floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Thick.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to
Never
finish your
mind.
thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
There
Hi.
she is. She's so
Two
cute. Look at
deep-set
her.
eyes stare
This
at you,
frame where it's just her
followed
head
by
is
a
very
mischievous
cute.
skeletal
And
grin.
she looks so cute though.
She looks happy.
Finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head.
Why is she a happy ghost?
This isn't right. What's going on?
This is less than settling into gray.
Ghost! Oh. Wow.
Wow.
How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Was I too quick?
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Mm-hmm.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Now I don't want to kill her. We're gonna wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Let me see. It's a lot of questions here. No, that's not true. Do you want to die? So many questions. What do you want from me?
I just want the same thing I've always wanted. To go home. But this place won't let me go. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably
hear
walk
some-
out right now and everything
It's
would be
Flare.
Yeah.
I can hear the audio from the game from
I was
Flare.
noticing that as that was happening. I was
Can't
like, hold on
get
a
out
second.
are
This
two
is not
very
supposed to
different
happen.
things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Okay.
After all,
Oh God!
God.
Ugh!
Absolutely not.
She's
She
so
asking if she
cute.
can Possess us. She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Oh.
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
I feel like I should save the game now. Just in case. Because I feel like if I let her possess me, I might go back to the wild, because there was the whole bonding thing there.
You won't.
You will.
Okay. Let's keep exploring then.
No matter what you do here, you will find a new vessel.
Yay! Let's get scary. What if I say no?
Then I won't hit your ride.
Well, that was easy. You won't hitch a ride, or you can't hitch a ride?
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you. But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in.
Let me in.
And doesn't it sound nice?
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
I just want to see directly their voices, if that's
You
possible.
won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even
You would have
do
to be
feel
inside to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
Boy, you haven't read all these.
That is a very dangerous
I don't know.
line of thought.
I'm with the narrator here. I can become a tool of destruction. If I let you win, do I still get to be in control? It's a big question.
Sure. Why not?
Yay!
That doesn't sound very reassuring. I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
She's just a little ghosty. Just a little ghosty.
This will be temporary, right?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long, 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 long time.
Okay.
Do you hear the way she said that? She knows more than she's letting on. Don't let her fool you into doing something you'll regret.
That said... Oh, so I can be indecisive, but I'm not going to do that. Come into me, princess!
The princess
That sounds
swims
very
through the air
wrong.
in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes.
This is
stare
probably going to
deeply
get
into
scary
yours.
fast.
There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Sit your bird ass down, narrator.
Oh my god.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
What now?
I'm afraid it's too late
You're
to
playing
stop now.
Phasmophobia and you got caught by
The
the
numbness
ghost.
gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your
Possession
body.
fail.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Or who knows?
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
I know I broke all your bones, but come on, get
Your
up.
eyes fix open as you
Get
get your
up,
bearings,
come on.
your vision swimming as
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your...
She knows!
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hmm.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
A little foreshadowing?
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
They do not.
No, I'm not talking
Well,
about you. I'm
They
talking
do
about
when you
him.
tell them to shut up and you do something.
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a
More foreshadowing.
memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
If you're stuck with the headphones on, there's a different
setting the
audio
stage.
sense here.
The
She
room
really
is
is in
empty
me.
because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and
She's here
all-round
with
foolish
you.
decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Just like, kill myself now? I can't think straight, too much noise.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
We're gonna leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
Well, you see.
It's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
She's
but
an
it has to be
alien.
somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Nah, he's pretty stubborn.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine.
Boo-hoo.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Wow, another chance to slay the princess. We will trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
Really?
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Get on with it.
Shit. But exhaustion does it. The handle clicks.
Thwarted by my willpower.
And then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground. You and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
Nothing!
Yes?
Oh, I was right.
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in
The
some world that
foreshadowing.
exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two.
Like, I'm done with these guys.
Hitchhiker unlocked. You feel a lightness in your chest. A pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you, quite happily.
I mean, you did set her free.
Yep.
Yeah. You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Oh, it's done. No chapter 3 for me. We out.
Because you freed her.
Yeah, whenever you free a chapter 2 princess, that's the end.
That's the end.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Ignore him. You have to look.
Yep, more decay. You withered.
So yeah, that was part 3 of this run.
Yeah.
Now time to get comments from our local goddess.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing. all
These
at
will be the
once
same
in
aside from her
directions
comments
that
on the
my
vessel
attention
if you
can
want to
dare
skip
hold.
them.
Oh, gotcha.
To look at any one, all of me.
This one is... Are these
What do you
different?
think of this?
No.
No, what do you think of this vessel?
Okay.
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart.
One of the nicer vessels.
Do
Hooray.
not mourn her.
Which
She
you
will
wouldn't
finally be
think.
able to hold what she
Yeah,
never knew.
because I killed her. And it's like, oh, cool. I forgive you now.
I mean, not right away. You had to get her out.
Yeah.
I mean, the Spectre can actually be very cruel depending on what you do.
Yep. And there's probably many opportunities. I
There's
could have backstabbed her.
There is one of the chapter 3
I will be here
vessels
when it is time
for
us
the
to meet
Spectre
again.
is really interesting because
Yes, it is.
you
very
don't exactly get a new voice, but there is a variation. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the routes in my quote-unquote canon run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta tell me your canon run in a bit. There's a lot. Provoke an enemy spirit. Abandon spirit to its torment. Oh, so that's the indecisive route. You just leave her there. See through her eyes at the end of everything. Which I thought I did.
No,
No,
that's,
that's what
um,
happens when you talk to the shifting mound at the end and she shows you her perspective of the endings.
Yeah, like if you go look at go look at the Razor, for example, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, so if I finish the run, right? Razor.
Yeah, so like click on any of the others.
And then the
Yes,
very
like-
last image.
Oh, that's what I saw at the climax, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
the see through her eyes at the end of everything is always
Make it to the
At
end
the
with
shifting
having
zone. Yeah.
having acquired that vessel.
Okay. Free and embrace a prisoner. That seems easy. This one I still don't understand yet. Maybe I'll try and figure that one later. But I think
I think you might be very interested in where that one leads to, if you don't mind a little guidance.
okay, I'll take a little nudging.
Your honor?
But first, speed run.
Viva la Revolution!
If I remember correctly, there's only
You take
Oh,
the
wow.
blade from the table.
Your quality went down so bad. Anyway, continue.
Me?
No, you sound just
Yeah.
fine.
Door to the base. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds Don't let it fool you.
Hey, I think
You can just continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a... She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What?
Say
No.
Nah.
No.
Then drop the knife.
Don't
We
drop
should.
the knife.
It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten
So,
your grip.
Tighten
you-
your grip.
so we're being cowardly despite. Okay.
You ignore the trembling in
your
your
grip.
hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yep.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
Now we
If you
slay
can
it.
do any explores, actually, I think. Other than, are you sure she's not armed?
Oh,
So,
you sure?
I mean,
do the first one.
Save.
Do the first explore.
You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Because that does this.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
There we go. Now we slay.
slay the princess.
slay the princess.
You charge
Oh,
the
never
princess
mind.
blade trembling in your hand.
She's not surprised this time.
Lost the battle.
Yeah, if you do the whole, like,
She casually
doubting
sidesteps
that
your
you can
thrust
kill
before
her,
knocking you to
then
the
it
ground with a
locks you
single
into
blow
this.
from her elbow. We shouldn't have hesitated.
That's it.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
So I almost got this first time through because I was being indecisive, but I was tempted to click slay the princess, but I was like, let me keep talking to her. So if I were to click slay at that point, yeah,
Well,
Hypothetically,
not
you should.
exactly.
It depends. As you saw, the route map is complicated.
yeah.
Depending on what you could have done, you could have either got
Is
this or the
this
adversary.
really the best you could do?
Uh-oh.
Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep, that's a pretty pathetic way to die.
So you can also get it by, if you do slay the princess when I said to do it,
Yeah.
you'll fight more evenly, but then you have a chance to give up, and then she'll kill you, and then you'll end up here with the tower.
Gotcha.
You
And in the
also can,
basement
like,
of
try to
that
backstab her
a
later and then
princess.
give up. There's a
You're
lot
here
of
to
ways to
slay
get
her.
here.
If you don't,
So basically,
it will
you
be
don't
the
follow
end
through with
of
your
the
kill
world.
at the end.
Basically, you either hesitate or you give up or, you basically be pathetic.
She's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice.
Unless your name is
I
Sekiro.
haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Who do we got?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from.
I'm guessing it's paranoid again.
What does it matter what
Nope.
she knows?
Broke
There's
it.
nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us.
Oh yeah, because you said if we give up.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Alright, proceed. At this point, if I do the turnaround and leave, it's not going to take me to the stranger again because we're already in chapter 2.
Yeah, and in fact, nothing will even happen. It'll just forcibly.
Well, just
We maybe should do a quick run.
Why?
You cannot
See?
go further astray.
see.
Yeah, maybe we should do like a quick run of that ending at some point.
I don't think that's stream worthy.
A warning.
That's fair.
Before you go any further, she will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
We're such
She
a
probably
win.
doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
That is bottom energy. I'm not a bottom.
Just a smidge.
Ugh.
I'm
Fight!
not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Shut up.
I did
You're being
say you'll
annoying.
like this route, and a potential
Just
chapter 3 it
ignore
goes
their
to.
bickering, and whatever you
There's,
do, don't
I think either
pledge
chapter
yourself
3
to
would
her.
be
I
interesting.
cannot stress enough how
I think
absolutely
one's more Zeus's speed.
catastrophic that would be for everyone.
Well, yeah.
Yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Uh-huh.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please, try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Proceed.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Alright, what's it look like now?
The
Oh,
interior of the
oh.
cabin is larger and
Oh.
more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched
Somehow the
on
knife
its
is
edge.
now in an even more precarious position than it was
The
before.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want
I
to
would
do
say
this
every time we
right.
enter the cabin, we should save just in case you want to
Why
back
do
up,
we feel
Zeus.
so small?
Okay.
We don't feel small. We are small.
We are tiny! Yeah, saving's good. Now I can explore.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Nuh-uh.
Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
He's so
the last
sad.
time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
I'm also gonna BRB for 1 second.
Though,
You can
for
keep
what it's
going.
worth, if there
Okay.
were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Normal Birdman over here.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
We're ugly. Doesn't matter if there's a mirror.
But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to
Now
you.
it's gone.
Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Alright, because we died pretty pathetically, we hesitated. I'm gonna side with the broken here and be like, yep, it's no use.
Bottom Zeus.
Yep, it's bottom Zeus time.
No blade this time.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can't
Maybe
wait.
she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade.
Maybe
Blade.
we could be seen
Doesn't
as the good
matter.
guy here. Maybe we'll have mercy.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase.
I'm already
steps
nervous.
almost
Nice,
as
I didn't
deep
miss
as you are
much.
tall.
He
The
did not
smell
take
of
the blade
incense
because he's
drifts
bottom
up from
Zeus.
below.
Yep.
Oh, he's
Wait
a
a moment.
bottom.
You almost feel it.
Just for this run.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's
The
still
brook.
a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Okay, I believe you.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Well, fuck.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
I'm guessing huskier
You
version.
shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Bow to mistress.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down.
The bottom energy is so strong with the broken.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Temple-like room.
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by
Yep,
a
we're definitely
stained glass
smaller.
window. Her long hair billows
Or
around
is she a
her.
giantess now?
A chain binds her wrist.
Perspective.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me.
No, we're just bird size
I
now.
wonder what he wants.
Again, perspective.
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you?
Yep.
You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
Disappointing. You wanted to fight?
Disappointed in us?
Well, I guess she gets the thrill.
Kneel.
Never mind.
Are you really a bottom or are you not, Zeus?
Kneeling.
On her ground, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
She's
Why
probably
do you
gonna
like
kill
this?
us.
My good little bird. No.
You're here to kill her.
Why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
Little wretched creature.
Speak.
Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I don't think I can refuse her. Sorry.
Are you serious?
Why are you being?
Don't say anything. How hard can it be to not say anything? You haven't felt her angelic fingers run along the edges of your mind.
Broken. Are you okay,
Her
Broken?
nails dig into
I mean,
your
you're doing a good
Broken
impression
tick.
of him.
Remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Can she do that? There's nothing she can't do.
Confused. Me.
Don't put the broken and the
A
smitten in the
chorus of
same room with each
submissive
other.
indecision. Is that why you came to me unarmed?
They are
It doesn't matter.
different, I'll
All that is
say.
easily brushed
They're different,
aside.
but they're both simps.
And
in different
there
ways.
it is. I am destined to end the world. Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but... Maybe she'll be nice.
Maybe she'll be nice to us. Bow down to your giantess empress. We are done for. Done for, we say. What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Which might end the run. But yeah, I'm gonna be... If you're so powerful, why can't you break the chain yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
Know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
She's not even playing around this path. Let's see.
Time to be a simp.
I'm yours to
Is Zeus really a
command.
simp?
What are you gonna do, Zeus?
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Don't question her.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps.
The broken is salivating. Yeah, I guess one more plea.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
And we pledge
Oof,
ourselves.
you were too much of a simp. You lost the option.
Your will was so easily broken.
You were too
Am I
simp.
that magnificent?
Oh no!
Is that
All
because you
you
didn't
need
take
to
the
do
knife
now is
too? I
break
think
my
you
Yeah,
said-
that-
No, it's because he was too submissive. You could
Is it
still
what you want?
defy her
Then
even
I
without
guess
the
there's
knife.
not much else for me to
Really?
say.
The more you
Yep.
know.
No, you can't just
You were a
get into
simp.
her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when
Just
you're
look
stuck.
at her, though.
I won't let you.
You can trust her.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just.
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh! Oh wow! Oh damn!
Rise, my little bird.
There he go.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Uh-oh.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon.
Peck.
The heck?
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Believe it! I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. It is good.
It is good.
All
It
right,
is so
I'm
good,
done
says
with
the
this.
Broken.
I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Let me know we stopping a bottom character.
Yep.
Break your chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Well, that's the end of this run.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Now I'm very tempted to fire by reloading to save. What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Your obedient servant. Alright.
I am your obedient servant.
All right, another chapter 2 run done.
But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave Memory Returns. So if I go back, I can probably go for a chapter 3, maybe.
Do you
You
want
could
to?
if you would like.
But why not? Let's see where it leads.
You're on save right now, so don't click it.
Load.
Click load.
Load.
Danger.
We already got the achievement. We will take the blade this time.
Well, you didn't get the achievement for taking that vessel to her yet, but yeah.
Oh, shit.
The world without a weapon.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
You're
want,
like,
you
by
can
reloading,
load an
you're not
autosave.
going to have this vessel in the end.
So load,
mm-hmm.
autosave,
A. It's the A at the bottom.
and
This
go
one?
back to the mirror.
Yeah, that one.
Mirror.
Another one over. That one. Yep.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again.
Yeah, we gotta talk about what this vessel's like.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. I don't want to look at us.
Alright, to the goddess. She's so big, it's only her torso here.
Yep.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet.
I think this is
We're
still,
supposed
this is
to
the,
be
this is the
there.
same.
Yes,
Mhm.
aside from Vessel, her dialogue is always the same here.
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Damn.
She does not care.
So yeah, then if you just go down to the...
Yeah, go to.
I'm ready to go back.
And
The
I'll
next
give you the
time I see
achievement.
you, each of us will finally.
and
know
the
feeling.
entry in my log.
I will be here.
She would still appear there if you
Waiting for
took her to get into a chapter 3, but you wouldn't have like the gallery stuff of delivering her.
Mhm.
There we go. Bring the tower to her. So now we can load.
Well, I could save at this point, maybe, and then load back. Well,
I mean, it depends on.
guess
The only thing
Depends
is
on what
that it'll
vessel you
depend
want in
on.
the finale.
Yeah, do you want the tower at the finale, or do you want to try to go for a chapter 3 right now? Either way, you can go back to the tower later, like in a different run.
that's true. Let's just keep going. I just gotta remember this is the tower. Alright,
Well, you're. Never mind.
what? We still have the save.
No,
We're
just
good.
saying
Are we
you won't
reciting?
look-
Are we doing a chapter 4 again, or are we going on chapter 5? Is the question.
We're going on to chapter 5, I think is what he was.
Yeah, we'll go on to chapter 5, because we still have that other...
Because you still have other ones that you'll have to revisit again, because
That's-
you did chapter 2s.
Correct.
Yeah.
I just want the final chapter 2, and then we can kind of play around with getting chapter 3s. So we will just move on.
You're on a path.
Woo!
Alright, what's the last thing we need to do?
Free an agitated
First,
prisoner.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Alright, so to free her, I'm going to... What? No way. What do I think? Does it matter?
I don't know. Does it?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to
That's
talk.
just a giant
Who'd want to have a
toothpick, I don't know what you're
conversation at
talking about.
knife point? We can drop it. Don't you dare.
It's like, oh man.
It's fine. We can decide what...
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll drop this time. Because I believe we can free her.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands. and
Because she's
drops to the
agitated,
floor
so
with
that's all we need.
unceremonious clack.
All we gotta do is free her at this point.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
There she
We'll be
be.
fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
How would I get you
Wow,
out of here?
yeah. Wow, this is dialogue you already
Can't.
experienced on your very
Don't
first
bother.
session.
Yep.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. Right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
No, not keep her locked away. Getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding.
Oh, come on!
Chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
And already our tone softened up.
Doubtful.
Well,
Whoever
yeah,
locked
I
the
mean, you're
princess
setting her
away down
free.
here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I honestly do love this chapter 2 vessel. Me saying that about every
I'll be
vessel
here.
that exists in this game.
You attempt to make your way out. Is someone else here? You try the door. You're here.
Turns to the bottom.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's
Alright,
like
we
she's...
talked about
Thank
this.
you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
And we warn her. Oh! We're locked out because it's chapter 5.
No, because
Because if you-
it would take you
try
to
to
a vessel
slay-
we've already found.
I think that would take you to the tower specifically.
It would? From this point?
Stop that.
I can't remember, but
I
the point
thought
is it
this
would
was
take
a
us somewhere
little
we've already
too
been.
easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
And resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Way different.
She steps forward and pries the blade.
Cold
from your
princess
rigid
is much
hands.
better than the soft princess at using a knife.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
I don't know which I prefer. Like, they both have their merits.
Then
So.
she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Hey, but we get a
Her
much
face
better death
remains
this time.
unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
She just looks bored. It's like,
This
move
is
on
the
with
end,
it.
isn't it?
I slit your neck. I'll see you in the
From
next
this,
chapter.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, she doesn't know that
I
yet.
hope it was worth it.
And here we go. What is the final level 2 one? The prisoner.
The prisoner.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to...
Okay. Yeah, it's all the same stuff we've seen before. Oh, but we might get another voice.
Yeah, but who's our new voice?
Let's see. Oh, you're bastard.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did
The
to us
skeptic.
the last time around.
Okay.
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Okay, I'm
glad
gonna
to
be a
agree.
little.
If he doesn't remember what happened last time, you know I can hear you two, right? And
What's
as
up?
far as trying to help her
Just-
goes, need I remind
Second.
you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
I'm gonna be a little guidey. Explore here. Question everything. There's a fun little extra bit.
Ooh.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Yep.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably
I
deserved
love
it.
him.
I'm a professional.
You probably deserved it.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it. She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine.
Ah, yes,
Check your
this.
pockets.
Check your pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the word
Evidence!
evidence written across the front. Within, you find a note in your
Oh my
handwriting.
gosh.
It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an
This is the
immutable
DM
truth.
getting angry at the players.
Prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes.
I'm a DM.
Please just
Trust me.
trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Stop trying to ruin my game.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us
Yes,
to.
you need the skeptic to get your pockets that you apparently have.
Because you not doing
They're
what
just
you
so
want
weird.
to
Where are the
means you're
pockets?
putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
You can
Narrator
go
just
now.
made it.
Great. Now, if
The
you
narrator
don't
just
mind,
made them
the
up to
whole
give you
world is
evidence.
Gonna save here. I think the same thing happens.
You have already committed to my completion.
Yep, same thing.
A warning. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
Yes, we did.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the
I
princess.
love the skeptic.
Again, you say that about every voice.
Leave me alone! I love all of them.
The interior of the cabin is less
Typical
a
prison.
cozy woodland retreat
Dungeon.
and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, I'm gonna save here now. Explore the mirror.
Definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do?
Same thing.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Certainly have not.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
You know, minor details like the entire interior of the cabin being different.
You take the blade from the table. Good
Yoink.
idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah, we're no longer bottom Zeus. We're
Fun fact: if you try to enter the basement without the blade, the skeptic will forcibly take the blade.
nice.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Uh-huh.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes
Uh-huh.
with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around
More
her
chains.
neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Join her.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Oh, wow. Already. No exploring. But we will sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Straight to business.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you're told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Yeah.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Please no.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Huh. What happened after our dad last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure.
The meta.
I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Exactly.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
You're the DM, you know everything.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Okay.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
I need to know everything.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Well, the other chain in the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Like I would do that.
Maybe it'll fit.
Bottom Zeus
I
would.
hope I don't have to say this, but please
Bottom Zeus is in a
don't
previous
drop
reality,
your
not
things.
now.
We need you ambulatory if you're going
This
to
is
save
Skeptic
the world.
Zeus. Inspect the shackle. Huh! No, how am I supposed to cut you out? Yeah, if you notice, I will have to behead you.
No, no. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Okay. I can cut you out of here. Give her the knife. Deal with it. Wow. Or leave her here, or attempt to kill her. There's a lot of ways we can go about this.
Yep. Or you can still talk to her.
Yeah, but it's like I couldn't inspect the shackle. I might. Well, it wouldn't progress.
Are you sure about that?
Actually, it might progress. It might. Trick me.
There are sneakily some explorers that are progressions to trick you.
They hate you.
So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Yeah, I'm not giving you a weapon. In case you've forgotten, you killed me that last time.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue. The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence.
We know that well, very, very well.
If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she?
Nope.
Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Yeah, you're the one in chains. I'm no bottom. You need to be negotiating to me.
Usually you'd be right. But this isn't exactly a usual situation. I'm not someone you can wait out. We've already been over this. I'm more patient than you'll ever be.
Fair enough. Only one more left. If you don't give up now, then I have no choice but to slay you.
That attitude is exactly why I don't trust you to get close while you're holding a knife. If that's unacceptable to you, then try me. See what happens.
She sure was quick to threaten you, wasn't she? Stop hesitating already. You know you can't trust her.
Both of them are using the same argument. It's not making it any easier to pick a side.
Alright, well, I think I'm more interested in giving her the knife to see what happens.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you have
Damn it!
any weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her,
you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, worried. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little?
I would
I
be.
think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her
Yep,
hair,
here we go.
slightly,
Oh.
as she raises the blade to her throat.
Yoink.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
Watch an easy silence. Like a car wreck.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder.
Damn.
Ew.
The weight of her severed head, it stretches and tears.
Zeus picks
until
gore.
finally
Regret.
falls to the floor, completely free.
This is some
Yeah,
of
you.
the
It
famous
bounces a
gore in
few
the
times
game.
before rolling to a stop at your feet.
You got Vord once,
Oh,
remember?
We
Don't
can-
remind me.
Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
John, just get some
The
duct tape.
princess's eyes stare at you. Dead. Congratulations. You saved the world.
Yay! Confetti!
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she? I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle? I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that. Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread. I need to know why. You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
We are going to take the princess with us. Like a trophy.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
Yeah?
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is legal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin, claim your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Uh-huh.
Well played.
Free a prisoner. No!
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
You're really good at getting the chapter 2s.
Is he gone? But we're still here.
Ah, I should have taken the head.
After all,
Ah.
maybe it was just the end of
I did free her.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Goodbye. 3 straight, no chapter 3s for me.
Yep.
Yep.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and
Are you
find
ready
her?
to face the goddess again?
There's
Yes.
a mirror again. Why
Well,
is it
actually,
here?
you have to face
Why
the
now?
narrator first.
This doesn't.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Fear of non-existence. Nothing.
You are nothing at all.
I think you know what I am.
Yep. So, trying
Try
to.
asking different questions this time.
I guess I could. I just try and remember what I asked, what I didn't ask. Probably towards the bottom.
Good luck.
What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you.
I think I
trapped
asked
until
before.
the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
There we go. And what is my true identity? Did I ask this?
You're the long quiet.
Yeah, I did. God, rid the world of debt. How am I supposed to rid the world of death?
By slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
We've already seen that ending. It sucks. I'm pretty sure
You
death...
mean you saw the ending from your perspective, which is trapped inside the construct. That's different from what regular mortals are experiencing.
Got it. I'm pretty sure death is good. Actually, important even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
We have an idea what death is like, though. But I've died plenty of times.
You haven't. You've flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
Fair enough. And how do you know everybody else doesn't also experience death the way I do?
They obviously don't. You experience death the way you do by design, and by your unique nature.
Okay. I don't think you're wrong. I don't think dying is bad at all, and you're just making this all up as you go.
If you really want to waste valuable time saying I'm wrong, and we both know I'm not, then that's your prerogative.
Let's see. Did I ask this one? I met you many times. I think I already
You're
answered
asking
that.
me to remember
Yeah, you
a
already
lot,
asked
my
that
dude.
one.
I cannot tell you what questions you asked last time.
Yeah.
I have no idea. And
Yeah.
also, you've been to this scene so many times.
Yeah.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is given them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Give them a chance? Oh, okay. So basically avoid death somehow in the universe. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. you can still slay her.
Okay. I don't want to be a god. I want to be me.
You are you. And if you had let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Let's see. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her with the lie.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Okay. Bring the pioneer. Yep, so I got this vessel.
Prisoner, not pioneer.
The
I'm sorry.
pioneer!
That will be it. And the sequel.
New vessel.
Alright, so I'm gonna basically delay this confrontation so I can see all the unique scenes,
Yeah,
right?
it's always
Yeah.
fun.
Of all 5 I've rescued.
Correct. Even if you want to join her, you still want to have the discussion in
Yeah,
quotation
the
marks with
discussion's
her.
always fun to have, so you always want to talk with her for a bit.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I think I've already asked all this, so I'm just gonna go what happens now.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Does this change every time?
When the echoes
No.
turn us from
Okay.
one into two,
It was just appropriate for how you
give
played your first
you a
playthrough.
choice
Got it.
And me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our
Well,
liberation?
Zeus, what do you think? Like, in general, do you think a world without death would be better than one with it?
I believe immortality is definitely a curse, and people should definitely have a way out, because otherwise, once you experience everything, what else is there to experience? So,
Yeah.
basically, death is important. There should be some risk, but I feel like if we remove as much risk as we can from this reality and limit suffering, I think that'd be the best balance of both worlds. You can't really jump to one extreme or the other. You either are, I think, okay. It might be a false dichotomy, but you're either okay with the idea of necessary suffering and kind of really taint your sense of reality based on necessity, or it can be a pure idealist, be like, we can function without death. We can be eternal. We'll figure it out. Infinity is infinity, right? But
We
Yeah.
need to watch The Good Place at some point.
yes.
I need to finish it! Ugh.
Look, the 3 of us can watch it together.
Okay, let's see. So I think it's basically any explore option.
No, like the first 2 won't do it, but then the lower ones will immediately take you to the
The 5
discussion.
unique. Yeah.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp.
We don't even get the
things
epic
that
music because
words
we haven't even
cannot
engaged the
express.
climax yet.
And you cannot
You'll get
rationalize
there.
with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be
Here we
it.
go.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever.
That's her perspective.
But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
Purity, shared humanity. So in order to get all... So I gotta keep challenging her, I think, yeah?
It
Yeah.
depends on what you're wanting to do.
You can
I mean, if you
escape-
want to
can
get the whole conversation,
Yes.
you have to keep challenging her.
You can.
Well, you can
address
agree.
escape
You just
directly.
don't then choose an option where you give up early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you just have to.
And the bottom answers are always the same. It's address the vessel statements directly that are different for each
Yeah,
one.
the very first top option is the one that gives you more things to say.
Right.
To be fair, if you appeal to your shared humanity and then do that 5 times, you do get different dialogue each time. If you want the vessel specific, it's
Right.
the first.
Yeah, that's what we want. The path is just a metaphor. I just want to protect them.
And that is what I want too. To protect them from the horrors of an eternity without me. You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark.
Criticizing me in
When
return.
I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly
Oh, damn.
became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
Alright, well, we're going to address her now. I missed when that was you. The simp has returned. Submitting was a mistake. I'm not a bottom. You were consumed by your own ego. I'm just going. I have to see how this person. We're going full simp here.
Simp.
Full simp.
My threads, like nails, are unbroken. She is me as much as I was her.
It's like, don't worry, you can still be a simp.
A shiver passes through me as unseen fingers dance across
The
your
Spectre.
skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution. You take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Garden of Eden.
So I feel like the way I played this run, ascending to godhood is the logical choice my character would do in this case. Whereas the first run, I was so indecisive, I had to seek a different option. I couldn't just settle. So, yeah, I think the ending I'm going for is definitely Ascension, but we'll keep going. But without redemption, there can be no sin. I do have a lot of thoughts on sin in general. So basically, if I'm going for that, and I will sacrifice everything to free you again. Consistency.
There is nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Me.
The gray.
Quick we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be.
So if she drowned, this would be a different sprite.
Correct.
Yeah.
And different words.
The heart sets it all ablaze.
Mm-hmm.
I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life.
Mm-hmm.
And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
Oh. Wait, this is new.
Yes, for vessels who met a violent end at your hands, you can choose that aggressive option. If you bring her 5 vessels that died violently and choose all those options, there's a new ending that was added with the expansion.
Oh, man, that's cool. I'd like to see that, but that's going to take a while to set up. Anyway.
It's something that you have to actually
Yep.
plan.
Yeah, which makes sense, but let's see. I don't want to linger.
Then don't.
Easy. Okay, that's it.
Nothing is in
That's
your
because you had Stranger first, and never Stranger never shows up here.
Oh, it doesn't. That's interesting.
Oh wait, you shouldn't ascend here.
Constant. There
You
is
shouldn't.
no center.
I'm so sorry. You
I-
really need
Your
to.
eyes and
He doesn't
accept
have
what
to.
We are. We can leave this prison together.
Yeah, but like you should if you're doing the strange. If you have the stranger as your first vessel,
I can
you
always
get unique stuff.
Oh shit! So what
Right
should I?
here.
You
What-
can save here and then do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you can save
Yeah.
here and then go for whatever you're gonna do, and then we can do the stranger specific thing.
All right. So
If you want to do ascension, you can do ascension.
yeah, let's do ascension. So I don't have to go to the cabin, right?
No.
If you're ascending, no, then say you want to leave with her.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? Or I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
For yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in the limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. Makes sense? You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across the infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, like we're emerging from an egg. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Oh. Take her hand. It is a love story.
It is a love story.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
That's actually very
magnificent.
interesting.
It's magnificent. There are no words, no thoughts, to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you've always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only beginnings. I like that ending.
There you
But
Yeah,
go.
it's really sweet.
I mean, I guess
wanna look-
the implication of that ending, basically, you free yourself at the expense of the old universe, right?
Yes, you guys will continue to exist throughout eternity, recreating and destroying universes over and over forever.
Gotcha. But that's how things are. At least
Mhm.
the nature of the two of us.
Basically, this is like had everything go back to the status quo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting. Is like this is just putting everything back to the way it was.
Yep. Now, whether you feel it as a good or bad thing, that can be a discussion lasting hours. Anyway, let's.
I do want to look at.
Ah, crap! I pushed through the names of the tracks. That's fine.
No, it's the last thing you'll see.
Laundry Bear.
Laundry Bear.
Alpha testers, my goodness.
It'll be after this screen.
Including you! Very famous words here in video games here. Our song.
Okay, that's really interesting. The fact that this song is the apotheosis. There's actually implications there that I can't talk about.
Yes, there is, isn't there?
Let's see. To be everything. So that was the stranger.
The stranger. Yep.
The fire. We've been there.
You
the
press
gray.
H to get rid of that text on the side. If you press H.
There we go.
There we go. The
H.
burned gray.
I was possessed.
The specter.
Supplication was
The tower.
interesting.
No, let's call it what it really is. Bottom Zeus.
Bottom Zeus.
Bottom Zeus!
I bottom to a giantess empress. My life is complete. Eyes on me. The long quiet. Yep.
Prisoner.
Yeah. And then apotheosis, which you sure it's a different song? Is that what I'm hearing right now?
This is the apotheosis, yes.
This song that you're hearing right now is the apotheosis. That's what happens when you free yourself.
What does that word mean, actually?
To ascend to
Become
godhood.
God. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. That's fitting.
But then there's so many implications that I can't talk about it.
Alright. So we can load our game.
Well, before we do, if we check memories now. Up are all filled in.
Yay!
You now have every chapter 2 vessel.
Doubt breaks one shackle forcing one another. The remains of violence free from hesitation. Doubt forces the hand of fealty.
Well, did we ever get the adversary for real?
Not for real, but the picture is there, so.
Fella god? What? Interesting. An overwhelming heart. Yeah, that's at the end. Oh, that's from her eyes.
Correct.
That's really cool. So there's always the outline in me, but I'm still the long quiet. So
You're
darkness.
always casting.
Your
shadow.
form is vaporous and changing. Like sometimes you're described as having a beak, sometimes you aren't. Sometimes you have pockets, sometimes you don't.
Bird claws. Resist the god through force of arms, but ultimately succumb. No weapons. Oh wow, so just being a brat about it. Interesting. There's a lot of ways you can go about it. Resist, fell. Okay. And we got this. Finish the game.
Yeah, you've gotten Ascension and Reset endings so far.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there's so many endings here. So what
I would
which ones?
recommend going back with the stranger.
So at the start of the confrontation.
Nope.
The second save that you have.
Yep. You want to go to the cabin now?
Yeah, so click there and try to fight her.
But not slay the princess.
No, you can click Slay the Princess. Doesn't matter.
I think it's the
either way.
bottom one, yeah.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Thought voices weren't loud here.
Apparently that's not true, but we can worry about it later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Then let's go.
Yep, this thing again.
Let's go to the concept art.
So this is unique dialogue in here then with the stranger.
And here we are.
Unique
I'd
setting
say
as
we're back
well.
Where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that.
The
isn't it?
stranger cabin rather than the regular one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too. We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
Yeah, this is because this is always you go back to when you first met
Of
her.
course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he?
Nope.
I always thought they were implied. He never mentioned the mirror either, but that didn't mean he implied it was there.
Yeah.
It's gone, though. I think it did whatever it needed to do. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
So,
Well, what do you think? She's whatever you think she is.
It's up to you.
That's probably for the best. It always seems to give us more things we can do, right?
well, the stranger was unsure of what she would be.
So
She was like 6
you're
different
not gonna suggest we throw it
or
out the
infinite
window?
possibilities all at once.
No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time. There's the guy I know.
Throw the blade out the window. And let's make
It's
it.
just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
All right, we're gonna go in.
I'm
Those
so
winding
sad you didn't
stairs
chuck it
again.
out the window.
But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Way different now.
Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Look at the log.
I think you skipped past stuff.
One
Yep.
line.
We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
Thank you.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us
Multi-head
apart.
still.
Yeah,
Yep, that's what
that
you
wasn't
turned
so
her
bad.
into.
So, you brought the knife. After everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still aren't sure what you want to do? Unless you are. We just hope you're sure of yourself, one way or the other.
We'll sit with you. Let's talk. I think some of these are the same
Some
Nope,
of them
this
are
is
the
the
same, Some
stranger.
of them are different because it's unique.
because we have the stranger now. I never got the chance. Yeah, not you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No hard feelings.
Different voice too.
In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
Also 6 arms.
It's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah. We really are the same.
I don't think I want to be a god.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
I love the
But that's what
contrarian.
you've always been. Even
Gosh,
now.
a voice
You
that
can't put
you
aside
love.
such an
Shocking.
important part of who you are. And neither can we. So,
You might as well embrace it.
Just embrace godhood. Just do it.
Hi, baby.
Hello. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
You want to come up here, baby?
Or what are we gonna do?
Maybe this doesn't have to end just yet. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. The way it all works seems to be based on you. If you believe we can do something, then we can do it. So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix the Echo's construct.
We're going for
make us
reset
all
again.
The loop
Well, because you
truly
took the
never
knife.
We can
ends.
send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Can they really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Nope, not this time.
Why wouldn't it be what we want? Especially if it brings him back. We can't keep going without a nemesis.
We'll keep exploring. Would it do anything to help them?
If you believe we can give them more time, then we can give them more time. It's all up to you.
Yeah. Don't underestimate the power of our thoughts. You've seen what they can do. You haven't even seen the half of it.
Is it too late to go back to being a god? We're not going to agree to our plan. I don't want to forget you.
We don't want to forget you either, but that's what we would have to do.
A single tear forms in one eye and slides down their cheek.
Aww.
Couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
We don't think we ever really forget, anyway. There's always something that draws us back together. Some buried memory that both of us treasure.
Yeah, just see if we get different answers.
Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. We can't know something like that. But we're choosing to do it now. And maybe we'll just keep doing it again and again, forever. It's almost comforting to know we can keep meeting each other over and over again.
Yeah, pretty much being too anxious about the future.
No!
That's okay. We have to be able to
Sorry, my
trust
cat was
that
trying to
whatever
eat my
choices we
headphones.
make, they're the right choices. Maybe
I thought I
we'll
clicked the wrong
continue
thing,
to
like,
live
no!
forgetting and restarting
No,
forever.
that was just my
Or
baby.
maybe we'll decide at some point that it's time for things to end.
But how do we trust ourselves? Or will be gone. We have to decide this every single time.
When we first met each other in the long quiet, there was something inside of us. Something we couldn't recognize or understand. And we can't say we fully understand it now. A warmth when we look at you. The kind you don't realize you're missing until it's come back. Every time we hurt each other, every time something awful happened, it was still there, undercutting the pain on the surface with a constant, soothing glow. That warmth is never going to go away, and that's why we believe in you.
Yep, I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
You'll be back here again, sooner than you think. And then we'll part ways again, and find each other, and part ways, and find each other. It's like we're never really alone. Because even the time we spend apart is time spent chasing these moments of reunion. And they're all the sweeter for the isolation in between, don't you think?
That's beautiful.
Oh.
You've really grown our hearts, haven't you?
Is it too late to go back to being a god? I'm just curious.
There's no turning back now. You came down here with the knife, which means the knife has to get used. Or there wouldn't have been any meaning to taking it. And this place is all about meaning. But if that's what you want, you can always hope that the next you will want that too. But there's only one way to give him that choice.
Yeah, if you take the
Yeah.
knife down here, you have
We're
to
already
use
here,
the knife.
and we've already brought the blade, and nobody wanted to throw it out the window. We can't just go back now. One way or another, we'll have to see this through.
So you're saying you could go back to
There's
the
your
earlier
third
scene
beat.
if you wanted to?
No.
Hey, you're right.
Even if you throw away the knife?
There it is.
Correct.
Can't say it's very funny though.
Is there any
If
other
you
way?
throw away the knife, then it's just like if you didn't bring the knife at all.
Our options are limited to what that knife offers us. Either we use it to put things back, or you kill us. We're sure you can figure out which one we'd prefer. But we don't want to influence you. We're sure you'll do what you think is best. If it's time for it to be over, it's time for it to be over. As much as we might want a few more precious lifetimes with you.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
There's no need to apologize. We are what we are, and this is in your nature. Even through everything, through all the worlds we've seen and experienced, through all the lives we've known and lost, we could never imagine a world without you and us. It doesn't feel possible. Despite it all, we've always loved you. We hope you don't regret what comes next.
You blink, and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess to being was rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on, just like the narrator has promised.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her's with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going. That's right. We've got a whole world to see.
You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here. Yeah, there's not a lot for us to do, is there?
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas. But there's even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor. A world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning on a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in an agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
Come on now. It shouldn't be that hard to break out of here. We're some sort of god, aren't we? He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality. One forged by your will, and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
You killed my waifu!
For us, you have forever to get over it.
Welcome back, everyone. It's great to see you all again. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
A new and unending dawn, slay the princess.
There you go.
Fun fact, because I don't think you're gonna get it, but there is a very funny ending or achievement called A New and Unending Dawn and Everyone Hates You.
Oh.
Which is, if you were mean to the voices every time you got to the mirror, when that scene happens, they're all just mad at you.
Instead of contemplating.
Correct. They just now get to enjoy an eternity of torturing you.
The long
Different
quiet
ending song here. Yep.
What was specific about the stranger in that scenario?
Well, you just get to talk to the stranger, like, themselves instead of the other vessels. And it gives you a lot more insight to it, because the stranger is like a miniature version of the shifting mound. So...
Gotcha.
less, more personable, less philosophical goddess ready to tempt you in ascension.
But it also, she's still like, kind of more of that godly, instead of, like she was saying, like, you're a god, you've always been a god, that's who you are. Meanwhile, if you see, like, the normal princess, she'll be like, I don't really want to be a god either, not gonna lie. So...
This is interesting.
That would take a very long time to get.
It's really not that long, but not much happens in it.
It's not a stream-worthy thing.
Yay! That's adorable and just weird. Always, here in the princess. Always leave a means of easy egress. So I got all the level 2s.
Yeah, there's just some extra things like
how you specifically handle things that just give you unique frames, but not different paths.
Yeah, like the leaving a means of easy egress is the witch. Get her to break her own change. Is that the adversary?
I can't remember who that is at the moment.
I don't remember exactly. I don't even remember how you really get her to do it.
Then endings here. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. So we saw like this weird abstract shape in the other one, and now we see the actual sun.
Yep.
So basically a more tangible, the reality we're aware of.
Yeah.
But what are we in this case?
We're the long quiet still.
Like,
are we in control? Like, do we just say things and they happen?
No, because nothing changes.
Yeah.
Basically, you know how, like, in the other one, or like in the quote-unquote good ending, you're just like an eternity of bliss where nothing is changing, but you're happy?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. There's also another example that's really good that I can't talk about. But there's a vessel that really highlights what the world without her would look like.
You're always a contrarian. Weren't you? Love it.
Nope.
Oh, also if you click on that, if you look at the window,
the
that's
knife
what
is in the
happens.
window.
That's
what happens if you try to throw it, since she's crammed up against it.
Leave with her. I thought I did that already.
Nope.
There's a different way.
You've ascended to godhood, had her reset the route, and killed the stranger. You have not left the cabin with her.
I probably gotta do that without the knife, probably. Destroy without any outside help. I feel like this would be
That's the aggressive endings.
That whole bottom row is from the new ending.
Ah. Okay. Well, let me try that. Let's see what happens when we leave. Here. Well, so if I
Take
take
the
it,
blade and throw it out
Right.
the
If
window.
If you take it, you have to use it.
Besides,
So
No, throw it out the window!
You did it! I know I just told you not to, but I'm proud that you did it anyways. It's like you finally left the nest. Yeah, just like that it's gone, isn't it? Blade tossed, glass shattered.
it's stuck there.
I guess we'll have to make do without it. There's your third beat. Hey! You're right. Good work. That was really funny.
Into the basement.
Those...
And we're just go downstairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Oh.
So, you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move
Are we
outside of the
missing a
script.
page?
Okay. What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
I think you could have asked her name.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
That's all I want leaving together. Yes. And it's just progressing. Or,
No, exploring usually isn't progressing, is the thing.
there we go. Oh, there we go. Yep.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job.
No more voices. Are you two gonna be okay alone?
We're not alone. We have each other. And I'm sure we'll find the others.
Hands clasped together. You and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel their hand tremble in yours. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this. Yet, they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with them.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us.
Mm-hmm.
With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
Just I love you.
And we love you too.
What happens next? Whatever it is, you'll face it together. So it's basically fill in what you think happens.
So that ending with the original princess is my canon ending,
Yeah.
The original princess.
yeah, that's
not the stranger.
that's the ending that the two people who I've seen play this game got, but not with the stranger, with the real princess.
Well, with the base
Yeah.
princess.
Well, yeah, the basic princess.
I think that's also my canon ending. It's just, I like
It's
it a lot.
sweet.
It's just sweet.
The unknown together. So, if I can spout my headcanon.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously no ascension happened.
Yep.
There will still be death in this world. So, but we're wanting to escape the construct and just explore the world as is, basically.
Yeah, it's the human aspects of the long quiet and the shifting mound leaving to live mortal lives,
Yeah.
while their divine essence will now exist
Separate.
without they'll be restored, but it's like what we would consider in our world, that the aspect of life and death isn't controlled by a divine hand.
Without
That
the
just
sentience
happens.
that they once possessed.
Basically, they would just be concepts again.
Yep.
And I also like to think of that possibly because based on something that she says in the loop ending, where it's specifically with the stranger, actually, of like, you know, we can give them more time if you just believe it.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that keeping their divine selves in the construct would mean that the world wouldn't die. Like, death would still be part of the world,
Yes.
but the universe wouldn't die and then be reborn and then die and then be reborn. It would be like the same universe, but there's death within it.
Yeah. Which, again, it just goes on the philosophy of what do you consider necessary suffering? How much is too much? That's something you could debate for hours and hours and hours.
I love this game so much.
And we got... Alright, there we go. So the other one is basically regular princess.
No, that one is resetting with the stranger.
Oh.
And then the two up above are killing the regular princess and leaving with the regular princess.
Got it. So I won't dig into those. And
And
then...
we still have to get some more vessels, so you'll get to the end.
Quite a few vessels, and it will take even longer because they're chapter 3, so you still have to go through chapter 2.
Correct, but I can skip through at least the first part of it. So how will I know which will go to which? Let me see.
You also do need to do the adversary properly.
We do have to actually do the adversary, yes. The very first one in the list. Because that was the one you did in the demo. Kinda. Not really.
Oh, shit. We forgot about this one. Okay,
We didn't forget. You forgot.
I did forget. So it'll be new game, right? And
Yep.
Yeah.
Remind me how I got there again? I think I was... No, Nightmare was indecisiveness.
Correct.
The
And what you have to do
adversary
is...
you need to fight her.
But you have to give her a
On-
chance. Don't just kill her
You
right
have to
away.
fight her on equal footing.
And then kill her.
Okay, take the blade.
You down the stairs.
You're
This
still
was
listening
my
to
first
reason.
princess.
What? No way. Why would you even think that?
Just, I'm here to slay you.
I literally
You
just
can
said
do
what to pick,
whatever.
but okay.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, what? No way. Why would you even think that? The top one.
Oh.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Don't you dare.
It's
Alright,
fine.
no.
We can decide what we want to do.
Tighten the grip.
Grip.
Yep.
You ignore the trembling in your hands.
You poor thing.
You step forward.
I'm probably chained up in the space, so you should.
She's unarmed.
Alright,
Okay.
attack her.
Lay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Alright, now finish the job.
Finish the job.
Because otherwise, if I remember it, give up basically brings the tower, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Flee and lock her into basement. Nightmare, I guess?
Yep.
Yep.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
The adversary in the
The two
tower.
of you clash for the final time. You feel your
And I
ribs
thought the
break as
nightmare.
she delivers a heavy blow, but you
No,
push
no,
through the
no,
pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We both die. Hooray.
Yippee!
All right,
You're on
back
the
to where
path
this
in the woods. You're here
the
to
stream
slay
series
her.
technically began with the adversary.
So, the adversary and the tower and their counterparts, the witch and the beast, are interesting. Because it's like the adversary and the witch are both, you fight her with or without the blade on equal footing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the beast and the tower are, you fight her with or without the blade, and she absolutely overpowers you.
Yes.
Not necessarily. You can get the beast by fighting on somewhat equal footing. When you have the soft princess and you betray her.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that if he doesn't remember what happened, you know I can hear you. That's fine.
Stubborn.
It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and
Oh
winning.
my goodness, hello.
That's the spirit. There's no point in
The reaction of the
Scotland,
stubborn's
the real thing is to
interesting.
stop that hit.
No, but that was my cat.
I know, but it's funnier to think it's the stubborn.
Oh, hello, Stubborn. How are you doing?
She will lie.
Cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
So the demo ended around here, right? I never actually went to the cabin.
Over what
I believe
circumstances
so.
the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
All right, let's see what it looks like. What the cabin looks like this time.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Seems like we're about to enter an
The
arena.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
All right, first the mirror.
That's because there's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Who cares? I care.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. I'm not lying to you.
Whatever. Okay, so definitely saving here. This is the adversary. I have this stubborn voice in my head. We're
Yep.
gonna keep fighting. Take that blade.
Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It'd be pretty pathetic if I came down there without a weapon.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably
Dang,
be
it would
doing her a
probably be
favor.
doing her a favor.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally, It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
I like her.
This isn't what she sounded like last time.
Depending on what dialogue
Her
you
voice is a little
choose,
deeper, almost
her dialogue is
threatening.
very innuendo laden.
Good.
Oh.
Sounds like
Oh,
my
yeah.
kind of princess.
Oh my
As much
gosh.
as I
Yeah, this was
appreciate
my
the
first
enthusiasm, just
princess
make sure
ever.
You don't let
My
your
first
bloodlust
vessel.
get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
But let's give our viewers a good show.
You can pause quickly.
Yes.
I completely forgot, because after you start playing, remember I said I was redoing it just to get all the trophies?
Yeah.
I forgot, there's a hilarious dialogue option we missed in Chapter 2 of The Razor.
Is
Which
it
one was
is it
it?
not the look?
No, it's before the look. So, when you're in the chapter before that, you can say that you still don't like Trust, that she doesn't have a weapon, and ask her to show you her hands.
Yeah.
So, you know, she'll show them, and she'll even, like, loosen her sleeves and, like, see there's nothing there. And with the voices with you, they'll point out that there might be a secret place that she's hiding a weapon, and you can ask her about the secret place.
Oh man.
And the
Titty
razor,
dagger!
no,
Titty
not
dagger!
not there.
Another hole.
The lower
Oh, no.
secret place. And so you can ask her about it, and the razor, you know, replies in her sing-songy way that, of course, she's not hiding a blade there, because even if she had a blade, she's not going to hide it in her secret place. That's just for her. And then
Oh
there's
my
this
god!
there's this hilarious moment where the razor drops her sing-songy voice and says in a completely deadpan tone, "I assure you, there's nothing there." Like, despite how silly the razor is, she doesn't want to even entertain the idea that
putting a
there is a
blade.
blade in her secret place.
Her secret place.
And
Looks
it's,
like she
it's
could
just
lift
very
those
funny,
chains out
because
of the
it's the
wall
one time
without
she's
second
serious.
thought.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, it's you.
Look at this! Look at
How
this
did you
sign!
Find your way back here.
Let's
Good
go!
to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
I think her and Witch are my
I fought
faves.
Demon Lady.
Yes.
Step
And you
on me.
brought your little knife too.
She's got hooves.
Yes.
Ah!
We're going to have fun
Let's go!
into little pieces.
We must rank all the vessels.
Fought Demon Lady.
God.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm simming too hard right now.
Flare to arrow ace for this.
So
It's
you,
true, I am too arrow ace for it, but her horns and tail do make her kind of look dragon-like, so...
you will admire her as a worthy adversary, and that's it. Nothing more. I will simp. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
Shut up.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking. All right. Fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time?
Liar.
Me. I
I mean,
don't
he doesn't remember.
He
This is a
didn't
different
remember.
iteration of the narrator.
Okay.
None of them are the same.
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Yeah, someone hasn't played Zero Escape. Okay, just because it bothers you.
Oh no, it's shifting.
Yep. You don't know the depths of my apathy. No, let's not do that. Let's entertain her. I don't know what you're talking about. I never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? Would someone as alive as me already have died? I don't think so. We'll lie.
Don't try to lie to me. Just please take this seriously.
Agreed.
No, I
We
cannot.
can't win unless you treat this fight with the gravity it deserves.
Yeah, you look different.
You look exactly the same.
Free you, no. Yeah, let's talk about how we're still both alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Attack the princess. Ignore the fight. I think she'd take insult here. But then again, no, because I'm not gonna do it. I haven't decided.
And why not? You decided what to do with me quickly enough last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill you again? Maybe you're worried I'll put you down for good this time. If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But you should come a little closer first.
Step closer.
Blade held tight in your hand.
Ooh!
You take a cautious step towards the princess. You stop a few feet short of her reach, her chains taut as she stares down at you.
She's a lot bigger than I thought she was.
She's definitely taller,
Why do
yeah.
you sound so scared? We can take her.
She's a top.
Well, what do you want? Because every second we waste talking is a second we could spend killing each other instead.
Why do you want us to kill each other?
Why wouldn't I want that? Why don't you want that? It felt good last time. It felt right. And it makes sense.
If all you want to do is fight me, doesn't that mean you want to end the world?
The world? If there's a world, I haven't seen it. There's you, and there's me, and there's the ground beneath our feet. Why would I care about ending something I've never seen?
Fair enough. We couldn't just indulge her now. Don't you want to be free?
Free?
The princess glances down at her chains.
Oh, you mean these? They're just metal. They're nothing.
She steps forward, her bindings creaking under the pressure of her strength. And then they snap. It was only a matter of time, but she's loose.
Welp.
Dear Lord. What do we do?
You took the blade.
That should just be a freaking emote right there.
Exactly. We do exactly what I've been telling you to do since the second we got here. We fight her, we kill her, we win.
What? Did you think you were safe standing right outside my grasp? The only reason I haven't drawn blood is because I want to make sure that your heart is in it. I don't like fighting someone with a weak spirit.
I've committed a sin. I had to shift because I was hurting
But go
and I
ahead.
disturbed the
Keep
cat.
trying,
Oh,
my
no.
peace.
No, how could you?
I'm sorry, it was hurting.
You must
Baby,
submit
come
to
back.
the tower now. You must join Bottom Zeus.
No!
Oof.
We have to figure out why we're here.
We don't. Because I know why we're here. We're here to kill each other.
We're here to kill each other. It sounds like she doesn't care if she dies here. Maybe we can use that to our advantage.
How boring. I'm not interested in watching you try and outwit her. I'm interested in overpowering her. We shouldn't need to use any dirty little tricks to win.
I do worry that if I am too aggressive, we're just going to end up right in mutually assured destruction. Because it sounds like that will be the path I'll be taking. But let's see where we end up. Let's see. Don't you care what that reason is? Yeah.
I don't need to care, because I already know what I am. I've already found my purpose.
No matter what you do here, you'll find
The
something new.
princess flashes a sinister grin.
Ooh.
You.
Me.
Does she mean her purpose is killing us?
No, she means fighting us. She means both of us getting stronger through sheer pain and will, the fear of death no longer able to hold us back. Just start stabbing her already. I'm sick of all this anticipation.
Fight, 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 fight. Blood in our hands. What happened after you died?
I woke up. Didn't you?
You don't have any wounds.
You don't either.
The basement's different.
I like it. It's so cramped. Like the only way out of here is through each other.
You're different.
I know. You already told me.
Freaking expressions. I love this. I love this form so much. Or we could just walk single file out of here.
That's right. Not everything has to be so
She's
violent.
so pissed off.
That's pathetic. I would never do that, and I hate that you even suggested it.
Alright, leave it at that. Fine. I'll give you... If you want to fight, I'll give you a fight. Let's go.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her
Ow.
expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
Uh-oh.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
We'll see.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Wow, we could be a coward. Head on! Courageous Zeus!
That's your plan, then. That's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Different angle.
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to
Damn
free
it!
from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to
Did that
outplay
fix
her,
it?
slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to
I don't hear any
maneuver.
background
For
noise.
every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation.
The audio
Each
is
impact
terribly
threatening
crackly
to
on my end. I
blast.
can barely
Yeah.
hear a
It is on
thing.
mine
The
too.
audio is
That's why I was
cracking a lot.
asking.
This weak little dance isn't working.
Oh.
Just toughen up and overpower her.
Oh, there we go.
She's thrown
There we
us
go, that
around
fixed
like a
it.
ragdoll.
Oh, goodness, there we go.
Overpowering her is
Just
a little out of the
Turn it off, turn it back
Yay.
on again.
Yep.
Anyway, we're getting our ass kicked.
Stop me with a few cuts. All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes.
Damn!
Unbearable as
Oh!
to your scalp.
Game over.
The last thing you hear is the unsettling
Spend
crack
too much
of
time
your
talking,
skull,
not enough time fighting.
Yep.
the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
We dead.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Is there a chapter 2 version of that completes the adversary, or is it always go to chapter
Yes.
3?
Yes.
There is a
you can
chapter.
bring every chapter 2 to
On
the
a path in the woods.
safety
If you
mount
weren't
except for
so
the razor.
damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
We did it. Chapter 3.
This was my first vessel.
Fear
The
keeps
Eye
us
of
alive.
the Needle.
We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
And now the Hunted's with us.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
We haven't talked enough about this different displaces. I wouldn't even call it these woods.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too?
We haven't really changed except the voices in
They're
our
not
head.
supposed to have changed.
That's a
This is
noticeable
supposed to be
change.
a part of
Yeah.
the woods.
Do you have any extra voices in your head?
It means
Thankfully
something's
not.
gone horribly wrong.
What if I do, though?
But you guys are my
What do you
voices. Oh no!
We don't actually exist. We're just figments of Zeus's imagination.
You're the chooser. The best we can do is advise. But we can help if you let us. These are just powerless thoughts and opinions. You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
Well, time to go to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path.
Oh, wow.
Staring up the hill at the cabin.
Rocky.
I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase. The interior of the
Even
cabin is
narrower.
suffocating
Oh my
tight.
gosh.
More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
You never mentioned the mirror.
A mirror? But there is no mirror. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
But there isn't a door. There is. Circles, circles, all of it circles. There's something for us at the end of the room. The what and the why don't matter until we know them. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. Worst comes to worst, we can smash
We just
it.
want to fight. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? It's right there, it's right in front of you.
Part of the sketch.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
This can only end well.
I mean, the hunted has an idea for a
Before you is
plan.
what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Let's see how you change, bitch. Yep. If you want to fight, how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
You can break out of those
Those
chains.
were nothing to her last
Yep.
time. There'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her. You turn to face
Ho 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 ho!
Now it's the dragon.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hot dragon lady.
Woo! Boy!
Hermione's
I need to rank all the vessels. I must rank them. I will have a tier list. I will.
Do a tier list at the end.
God damn! Holy shit! I'm sorry.
Yep. So this was again the Eye of the Needle was my first vessel the first time I played this, and I was just like, oh.
Demon
Hello
lady,
there.
dragon lady. Ooh, ooh. The
Hello
armor.
there.
Hi.
face widens
Hi.
into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling.
Freaking
Attack me,
dragon
bleed
girl.
me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight
Okay.
space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
Correct.
I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
50 rings. Thank you for the follow.
Welcome.
Hot dragon lady.
Hot dragon lady. Hot dragon lady. We're at this point in the game. I wish I came here first. Okay.
I wish you came here first.
Is that intrigue I sense, player?
She's a dragon. What do you think?
Yes. Let's talk a bit first. No, let's not talk. Fuck talking.
You need to goad her.
You have to come and get me. No. Wow. Okay, no. We need... Let me see about the right... Yeah, you have to come and get me. Let's be cocky about this.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Oh, you're gonna get it from me.
Desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run.
Yep, let's go.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you
Ah!
hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with
I
her
wish she had
fingertips
wings.
in her
That would be
rapid
perfect.
pursuit.
No, the wings are our
Anywhere you
thing, though.
go, I will follow.
Bring it, bitch. Good.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
Are we fast enough?
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
I'm a hot dragon lady. Get to me.
Bird, little bird, where do you think you're going?
Oh God.
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it.
Do it.
Be swift. Strike true.
Do it.
Be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Do not be distracted. Stabby stab.
Give her what she wants.
You've fallen right into my trap.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
It's a trap.
Fully determined to end you in a single.
These are really good sound effects. Not gonna lie.
Now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Even her hair is like, mwah.
Strike.
It's good.
Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch.
'Tis a flesh wound.
Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually
really
gonna
like
pull
her
this
tail.
off, aren't we?
I wonder why.
Just do it. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Do we do it?
These blows are nothing to us.
Nope, we can't die, I think.
But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
We
Something
did it!
Feels wrong. Something.
And
We have slain the Dragon Lady.
then what happens?
I guess.
You gave her what she wanted.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy with that. That was a good route.
Yeah, this ending of the Eye of the Needle is part of my canon run.
Lure a hulking foe and win. So we beat her. But there are other ways.
Because I don't think you'll probably not visit this
Where
again.
does she go?
Mhm.
Where's that?
At least not on stream.
Why is it?
One thing that's just really interesting is the fact that when she left the cabin, the world didn't immediately end like it normally does.
Correct.
There actually is a thing, if you tell her, like, hey, you're free, what's the point? The world will immediately end. So I think she has to know that she's free, which is interesting.
Got it. Where she's just too blood. That's interesting.
He has unfinished business with you.
Do this.
Are you able to get to a chapter 4 from here, or is it always end at
Screw
chapter
vanilla.
3?
We just
Other
Eye of the
than
Needle always ends
razors,
at 3. Yeah.
Yeah, the razor's the one exception.
There she is.
Something finds me in the long quiet.
They aren't holding up her tail. This is a sin.
It's near the top because it's your first time.
Yeah, the gift
That
of a
question?
friend.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. This one remembers a
we
spark
go.
lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart.
'Cause dragon, how hard.
Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
Love it. Okay. I think that's it.
I'll be back in a minute.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay.
Nothing as we are. There is no exit. But bring me more.
Okay. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh.
You won't.
Wow. Even until the end, it's like, no! My sparring buddy! The Eye of the Needle. I never thought we would get Dragon Lady.
You're on.
Yes.
Dragon
We
Lady.
got Dragon Lady.
I am so happy. I am bliss. Bliss.
So
Okay.
yeah, look at memories.
The Eye of the Needle. For those who dwell in caves, meaning lies beyond the shadows dancing on walls. So I got most of the scenes. So basically, I think,
That's attacking her head on at
Yeah.
the cave.
which probably ends the fight right there, most likely.
Yeah, I think she just kills you in like
Yeah.
one hit.
Yeah. So definitely,
Oh, so you can just die here. So what happens if you just die? Do you just not get the vessel?
No, you get the vessel. It just ends the chapter.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
With Skeptic
Oh!
Companion, the Eye of the
Yeah,
Needle.
I forgot. You get the you can get the skeptic here instead of the stubborn.
Give chase,
Not the stubborn. Instead of the hunted.
but fail to
I
thread the
remember.
Eye of the Needle. So fail the fight, I guess. So I wonder how you get these 3 cutscenes.
I think that's if you. I'm not sure. Where is the adversary in my nice little flow chart?
Now I'm back.
My
That's-
flow chart that's scared. Oh no.
So I'm looking at what I missed. So I got the longest part of the chapter. So I'm guessing attack her head on, I die. And then the skeptic can be brought here. So basically another, not the adversary, but something else will lead me to the Eye of the Needle. Give chase. No idea what this is.
So you can choose to not go down with the knife and still run away. And then when you're running up the hallway, you need to either take the blade before you get to the door or not take it.
And if you don't take
So
it,
that's
you
what
die.
happens when you don't.
Yep.
I mean, you do, but she gets taken by the long quiet as well.
Got it. So
And then I also, yeah, if you have the skeptic, which there's only one way to get the skeptic, which is if you have the blade and you step closer to her, you can free her, and that will get you the Eye of the Needle, the skeptic.
Oh, okay.
instead of the hunted,
Yeah.
angels and demons are cut from the same cloth. It's better not to deny a proud being. So
That's one you can get either from the adversary or the tower.
That's what I'm guessing. Yeah.
And the tower also has another one directly below her.
Yeah, that one is the tower's exclusive.
But it's very hard to kill a god. So if I just like, screw you, I am not bottom Zeus. I am top, whatever it takes. I don't care if you're 5 times my size. We're going. That sort of attitude.
Yes,
One
that was the
god
one I was
versus
hoping you'd
another.
get to, because I think you'll like it.
Oh,
Nick-
you'll love that one.
Next time. This one. Sometimes when you cut something out. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say that one directly below the Spectre was added with the expansion pack.
And I love it. It's one of my favorites.
It's one of
and
my
I know I say that about
canonauts.
every single one.
What isn't
but,
your
like,
favorite? We need a ranking system out of you.
I mean, there is a after the pristine cut, they did a survey.
Yep.
Where you got to rank all the vessels and all the voices and give feedback and things. So I do have a ranking. It does exist.
Oh, yeah. I am ranking this. Like, give me a tier list once we're done with this next week, most likely. I don't know. We have a lot to get to.
Yeah, there's quite a bit because you left all the chapter 3s, which means we have to do the chapter 2s to get to them.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. It'd be like another half of the chapter 2 vessels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one directly below the Nightmare you get either from the Spectre or the Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, instead of being a bitch, actually fight the Nightmare.
Yes.
Or be killed, or have the Spectre kill you? Huh.
There's a couple different things that can get to it.
There's a couple ways to get there.
Yeah. And then directly
Moment of
below...
Clarity is only from the Nightmare.
Yep, we already have her. Then the space directly below the Beast is there, chapter 3.
The other way is that nature and let you swallow it whole.
It's the non-vor ending.
Yeah, so don't get eaten.
And then directly below the Witch is the Wild, which, like the Gray, has like 2 endings essentially, but they're both still the Wild.
Yeah, because I got the one where I'm like, let's separate again instead of staying fused.
You can stay whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some vessels like, the Wild is one of them. You get the...
Oh, also you chose to stab her, and there was an option to not stab her, so that's something.
Yeah.
Yes, there's the Wounded Wild, which is that, or the Complete Wild, which is if you don't separate. The Grays, there's the Burned Gray and the Drowned Gray, and I think the other one that's like that is the Prisoner versus the Prisoner's Head. Like I think
the one directly below the Stranger is like the Witch's True chapter 3, because you can also get to the Wild from the Beast.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so the Witch has an exclusive one, which I also love.
Yes.
And would put in my canon ending, I think.
As is it's in mine.
Sometimes the only way to break vicious cycles is put your heart on the line. That's vague.
And then below the Prisoner is their chapter 3.
Which was also new.
When you see the war sites... Ah, so don't take the freaking head. I was so close.
Yep.
Damn!
And then the
Another
one
thing
next...
with that one is I think it is one of the few vessels in the game that you have 3 different voice options for.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Most of the chapter 3 vessels, you can only have like 2. Like you have the voice that you get with the chapter 2 vessel, and then there's like 2 other ones you could get. That one has 3 though.
Yeah, the damsel we already know of one where we basically choose to stay in the cabin after freeing her.
Yeah, the Damsels Chapter 3 is that last one, and that was another one added with the expansion pack.
Yeah.
Which is also one of my canon endings.
Yes.
We have to discuss like your ideal path and why. At the
Oh,
end.
I could write a full essay about why I choose which ones.
But at least we
I
know
need
one of
to
them.
actually like sit down
Listen,
and fully think
my ideal
about
path
which
is
five are-
Dragon Lady all the time.
Too bad you can only choose 1 out of 5. All right, but I'm glad I got. So let's see, we have 8 more to go out of 12 of the chapter 3s. Okay, so basically next time we're gonna go top Zeus this time, or adversary, because this.
You can't go to
do the
adversary again.
Oh, you're right. So
If you wanted that shared one, you would have to get it through the tower, but then you can't get the tower's other one.
got it.
We're gonna need to at least do one more
Full run,
playthrough
yeah.
after this. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll probably be at this for 2 more weeks. That's fine.
It's fine. It's a fun game that I do enjoy.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. This is great.
You're here to slay.
No!
Make sure to save.
Yep.
There we go.
God, the amount of saves you do.
Yes. Visual
I know,
novel.
it's just, I'm laughing because I've done 7 playthroughs and I have 7 saves.
I have started doing something very ambitious and I regret all of my life decisions. So, fun fact, you can actually name the pages. Like if you click on page 3.
Uh-huh. Oh, interesting.
So I have a page for endings. I have a page for all of the chapter 2 vessels. And then
Well,
I
2
have
pages for them.
Yeah, well, several pages for them. And then I have the chapter 3 vessels. Now, originally, this was not going to be a horrible idea. Because I was already filling out the gallery while I was doing this. It was more just
Yeah.
for fun. But then I realized I'm having to save for every variation of a voice. And so I have so many saves, and I'm like, there's no point to this. There is absolutely zero reason that I should be doing this. And yet...
And yet, thou must.
Like, I've done it... By the time I realized how much effort it would be for pointless, like, I'd already got far enough that at that point, I'm like, well...
You might as well.
Yep.
So
Alright.
I'm going to upload a few pictures in the Discord. These aren't like my personal headcanon for what the voices would look like, but I'm uploading these because they're unique compared to most ones I see, which are just slight variations of the same shape as the player character.
Got it.
These ones have a bit more color and personality.
Which I do like.
Alright, so while we do that, I'm going to end the stream here. I'm
whoa.
going to raid, let's see. Queen Kaiju Pixel's doing Sonic 06. Bless her heart. Kevin Miller, Sly 2. Also, the voice actor of Sly Cooper himself,
I was about to
Afanaki.
say that's the voice actor for Sly Cooper.
Yes. Cowgirl, who's getting married in June, doing some VR chat. So, I don't know. I'm going to go with my Sonic bias. I'm going to see, hey, how are you enjoying one of the worst Sonic games in history?
Listen, it's only the worst if you don't take enjoyment out of how bad it is.
I used to hate it, and now I'm like, it's so bad, it's good to me. I saw the potential. I'm a believer what 06 tried to do. Cringe as it was.
Project 06, I think, has proven that it could have been a really good game.
Yes, 100%. Really could have. Anyway, we'll end here. Catch you for another doubleheader on Friday and Sunday this week. So, should be fun. See you then. And looks like we have another 2 weeks left to Slay the Princess. So, we are going to keep going until we see every unique variation. Well, not unique, but every instance of a vessel, give them a shot in the spotlight, and hopefully not screw it up. But if I do screw it up and it ends early, I'd be like, just reload the save. We'll go along with that.
You have 2 voices in your head that know secrets.
Yes, we do.
And,
And
you
also
have one
have
voice
this
in your head that is just
This
happy to have seen
flowchart is
dirt.
honestly so terrifying every time I look at it.
The
It
flowchart.
scares me.
It's a beautiful web. I'm very proud of whoever managed to put that together
Oh my
in a
gosh,
visual
yeah, I
method.
can-
I feel sorry for whoever's computer had to upload that.
All right, we're
I
ending the stream.
just am like in awe.
Goodbye, everyone.
honestly.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.